Is it bugonia? Bugonia? But anyways, that's not very important. How do I describe the plot of this movie? I would say this plot feels like a cartoon, wacky, sort of thriller-esque brought to life. Let me explain. Let me explain. The movie starts kinda early with its plot because you get shots of Emma Stone's character. She's this sort of very high level CEO kind of work, and then you have Jesse Plemons who serves as the foil to her character, and he's also aided by Delbus, his best friend in the movie. Now, with these two characters, I would say I don't want to say they're deranged, but if you've seen the trailer, then you probably already know the plot. Okay, so maybe this isn't a spoiler, but I'm gonna just let you know. The movie is about two friends and they kidnap a CEO because they think she's an alien. Ooh. On paper, that sounds so funny. It sounds like an early raunchy's mid 2000s comedy, sort of in a way. But with this, it sort of gives off this sort of like, I guess you could say, left field, out of pocket shit, Dumb and Dumber gone wrong sort of feel when these two characters when they do kidnap Emma Stone's character, which I would say was one of the highlights of the movie for sure. Because when these three characters meet, it is honestly, I would say it's funny almost in a way. But at the same time, this movie, the way it's shot and set up, it's almost like this sort of thriller-esque movie in a sense because, they kidnapped her because they think she's an alien and whatnot. And then the dialogue, which is what I really, in my opinion, is probably one of the highlights. The three actors and the dialogue between these three, because I would say the dialogue, the tension, and almost the music really, I guess, sort of keep you entertained in a sense, Because with these three, their chemistry is just really, really good because I really like how there's a lot of just back and forth between these two. And as the movie, because if I'm being honest with you, a good majority of the movie is dialogue heavy in a sense. Obviously, I don't want to say too much, but there's some very out of pocket shit that happens, but at the same time the movie also dives a little deeper into sort of, honestly, I would say Jesse Plemons' character. I would say he's kind of more of a main character than Emma Stone in a sense. Again, I just don't want to spoil it. Another thing I like to point out is the cop. Pay attention to the cop. The cop is funny in a sense. Yeah, I like his character too. When it comes to the climax of the movie, I would say it underlines between the dialogue because what I do like about this movie is that it doesn't try to teach you a lesson because within the dialogue, there's a bit of back and forth on sort of social commentary problems, philosophical sort of topics, and what I like about it is how they're able to keep it back and forth, but at the same time, that's really not the focus. The real focus is if Emma Stone is an alien. But with all these afterthoughts, I would say with Emma Stone and Jesse and Aiden, this small cast really makes the movie, well, honestly, the scope of the movie feel much more bigger, which is what I really like because, Emma Stone and Jesse, they're kind of OGs at this point. So when it comes to a movie like this, I would definitely say I'm down for it. I would say anyone would, I guess, fuck with it in a sense. And yeah.